Hey guys, welcome to another episode of A Drummer's Guide to. So today I have a question from Dean Humphrey, who was on Instagram. He asked me this. He's called the Ultra Smurf on Instagram, which I love. He is asking me about ideas. Now, he specifically was saying about lyrics, lyric writing, and how to get inspiration for that. I myself don't write lyrics. I used to write poetry, I guess, when I was a kid. It wasn't very good. Well, I don't know, maybe. No, it wasn't very good. But I do have a lot of situations where I need to get inspired, cultivate ideas. So I just thought I'd answer this question in the best way I know how, which is generally through a lot of rambling. So apologies in advance, but hey ho, hopefully you can get something from this. So I'm going to put this into context of things that I've done very recently, actually. So, when was this? 3 weeks ago? Maybe longer. Maybe about a month ago. I got asked to do a drum clinic in the Isle of Wight. And, it's really, really wonderful school called Platform 1 on the Isle of Wight. Asked me to do this drum clinic. And I was like, I've been wanting to put together a drum clinic. I've had all these ideas floating around. But I hadn't quite solidified what I wanted to do and how I was going to do it. And she emailed me and said, the lady that runs that side of the school, and said, could you do it for me next week? And I was just like, oh my god, yeah, well, I've been looking for an excuse to get this together, so yeah, all right, let's do this. I mean, I probably shouldn't have done that, but because I had a lot of workload on, and I did put myself under a bit of unnecessary stress, but I'm really glad that I did it in hindsight. Very, very cool. So the first thing that I thought was, okay, I need to get something together. I'm very much one for when I do things like drum clinics or, well, anything really, I like to ask why I'm doing that. I like to have like a storyline or a theme or something that links the whole thing together, almost as a performance, as opposed to just here's me playing to a song and then talk and then play to another song. I like there to be a running theme. But I just thought, right, I have these ideas in my head, but I don't know what the theme is. I don't know what links them, but I know that I'm close. You know, when you feel like it's almost like it's on the tip of your tongue, your proverbial tongue, but you're not quite there yet. So luckily I had to go and see a friend of mine who lives about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from me. And I thought, amazing, that's going to be prime thinking time. So what I did is I jumped in the car to go see him and just drove with zero music, no nothing, no music, no talking, no talk radio, no audiobooks, no podcasts, although it's really hard for me because I love listening to things like that when I'm on long car journeys. And I just thought, okay, this is just my thinking time. I need to do it. And by the end of that round trip, I had everything in place, and it was just a case of having it on a list and just ticking off all the things that I needed to do. And it was so good, and consequently it's together, and I'm really happy, and it means that I can roll it out whenever I want, which is awesome. So that is generally my way of doing things. I'm about to get a list of about 70 songs that I need to learn imminently. It will be within the next in fact it probably will be just before this video comes out. And I already know what I'm going to do. I know that I'm not cultivating ideas, but I am learning. So I know that every day I'm going to be going for a walk for about 2 hours, just listening to those songs. I used to do that a lot, actually, thinking about it. I'd forgotten about this. So when I was living with Charisse, who's my best friend, drummer also, we were living together, and every day I would go for a walk for about an hour around the local park. No music, nothing. It was just to kind of think about things and think, you know, what would be a good thing to do. In fact, thinking about it also, this whole video series came from me walking around Regent's Park every day for like 2 weeks. I was staying in town, and every morning I would go for this long walk for about an hour, maybe even 2 hours. I started out listening to audiobooks. There was one particular book that I was listening to called Crushing It by Gary Vee, who is an amazing entrepreneur, incredibly inspiring. I'm pretty sure if I took on workload the way he does, I would make myself very sick. But it gave me the fuel to kind of go, actually, I want to do something that helps people. And that's when I came up with this concept whilst listening to his book, whilst walking. And then I spent, however long walking without listening to anything, and that's how I came up with the concept and the ideas and how I was going to deliver it and the problems that I thought that I'd face and things like that. So for me, if I ever want to be cultivating new ideas, and it can be lyrically, I'm sure, but for me it's kind of like concepts of things like this series, concepts like the studio, concepts like I did this stage show called Feathers and Cogs. The first thing that I will do is get moving. And basically it's a combination of movement and silence. So the voices in my head can be heard a little bit louder. Sorry, I'm sounding a little bit crazy, but it's fine. We're all friends here. It's all good. So yeah, I'd say that is my go-to way. In fact, I know that's my go-to way. I know that if I need to think of something, if I need to get a plan together, I'm either going to be getting my coat on, getting some decent shoes on, because I can't tell you how many long walks I've been on and then ended up with horrid blisters on my feet for the next week, which is no fun for anyone. So good shoes, and I'll go for a long walk, preferably in nature, although in saying that, actually I quite enjoy walking around town as well. So yeah, just walking, thinking, just being in my own world, or jumping in the car. It's really, really good if you've got like long drives to gigs. That was some of my best thinking time ever, and it's a good time to put everything into perspective as well, and you just think, God, you know what, I'm really lucky to do this. So yeah, I'd say do that. I hope that this has helped in some way, Dean, and if it hasn't, I'm really sorry, but this is just the way that I deal with cultivating my ideas. I think it's a great question though. It's really interesting to see. In fact, I want to hear how you cultivate your ideas. Let me know in the comments below how you get your creative juices flowing, whatever that might be for. I look forward to hearing your ways of dealing with it. Let's stop talking about me. I'm boring. You know enough about me now. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please feel free to subscribe so you don't miss out on any others, and share it with anyone that you think it would help in some way. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely, lovely day. I'll be back next week with another subject, and I will see you then. All right. See you guys later. Bye.